Are you a lister? Do you have something that you want to keep track of? This is the answer, the list journal. Well, for me, it is the answer. So come on, hang out, and let's make one. This is part 1. We are going to make the base of the journal. In part 2, I'm going to show you my cover. And part 3, we'll add the embellishments. And then I'll have a couple of short videos showing you how I use a list journal like this each year. So let's get to it. Hi everybody, it's Julie. I am going to be making a list journal. If you haven't made a list journal with me before, they are pretty fun, and I think they make a great gift. And also, it is one of the things that I like to use for my own personal journaling. I'm going to be making this, and I'll be using it for my looking back to look forward, which is a goal setting program that I came up with several years ago that I use each year. And so I will be doing that over the next few days. But we're going to start by making the journal. So I'm going to be using the new Pink Birds digital kit. So I have some of the pages from that kit here. This is the digital kit. Now the stripes, my printer did that. And I'm out of ink, so that's why there's only a few pages here. And this is what happened right before I ran out of ink, and I went, well, this is for me, and I'm going to use it. So I will be using those even though they are damaged. I will also be using these pages. Okay, so this and some of the ephemera pages as well. I usually like to do a 25 pages in the journal, so it's about 100 pages. I don't usually add things to this. This is a writing journal. It is where I put down my ideas, my thoughts. Throughout the year, I'll do my notes for challenges or whatever I have going on as far as Dear Julie Julie. So, yeah, so I'm going to be using 8.5 by 11 papers. And so just wanted to check this out, make sure that they are okay. And I will be going ahead and popping these up at the 8.5. Okay, so oh, you know what? It's got that. So let's do the pop up on that side. Okay, so line it up, and I'm just going to mark it with my fingernail. We'll go ahead and lay it down, and that's going to give me a cardstock page. I do like to have a few pieces of cardstock in the journal for holding things in case I write my notes on something else and then want to add it. That's how I'll do it. So let's go ahead. We'll do 2 of these, and 8.5. Fold it over just like that and down. Okay. Okay, so that gives me 2. So my journal is going to be 4 1/4 by 8.5 is what it will end up being. I also have a couple of these. The Emerald Patreons got these papers, I think, in the spring of this year. So, whoop, I did it again. So, you might have those. I'm just telling you that so that to remind you that you might have those in your in one of your packages. And I think that these colors are going to be working great for with this digital. I think I'm also going to be using the children's Bible cards, the verse cards, some of those in this, because it is a journal that I use all throughout the year, and I think having that presence is a good thing. So there's 4. We're going to start with those, and I think we'll do one where, let's see, if I fold it in half, let's do this. Let's fold one. I'm going to go in a little bit. Okay, so that, I'm going to be able to fold that. Okay. And then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to fold this to itself. Okay. I'm going to fold this one into itself. And it will be a flip, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it a pocket that I can open up from this side. Okay, but there, that gives me that, but it could be a flip. Okay, so that gives me, so I've got 5 already. Okay, now I have a piece of, it's 10.5 by 8.5. So I need to cut this one down. So your pages should be like 8.5 by 8.5 if you're doing that. Okay, so I'm going to cut pages. So a list journal. That is something that, and I'll save this because I'll make a couple of little notebooks to go inside as well. Okay, I'm going to set these aside. I've got 3 of those. I'm going to put those up here. I actually have a Christmas kit those might go with. Okay, so let's see. Let's mark. We're going to cut this one. 8.5 would be there. We'll go ahead and go with that. Okay. Okay, let's mark this at, okay, I'm marking, so that I marked it at 8.5, and that'll show me where my flip for this one can be. Okay, so I'm going to go with a flip right here. I still like to use all the fun papers, even though it's a list journal. List journal, if you know somebody that is a lister, they like to make lists. They make lists about all the things. Okay, let's go with, let's make sure we're, okay, go with this. This is a great journal for them, okay? Because it's going to give you pages to do that. And if you are someone that likes to save your lists, a journal is a really great place to be able to keep your lists, okay? So again, we're going to mark this one. I'm going to mark it a little bit inside the 8.5, because then I can use it towards the inside of the journal, closer to the inside, and not worry as much about creep. Okay. So have you made a list journal? Come back and let us know. Do you already have a journal set up for your new year? Okay, so these are maps of San Diego. I believe I can still write on that, page. I also like doing this because using these other kind of pages, because sometimes I can remember, I can go, oh yeah, I wrote that on a map, and it makes it easier for me to find it in the journal. So, okay, so underneath here I have this. I'm going to just cut a little bit off of this. This was a journal page that I had in my stash. It is kind of lavender, but I think that the colors will be fine. And I'm going to go ahead and go with a couple of flips on this one. So like when I'm making my challenge, who finished the challenge list, that's one of the things that I've used this journal for. After I do the goal setting and stuff, then I use this journal for a lot of things. You know, I might even use it because I'm packing for vacation. Okay. Now, I'm going to go ahead this time and I'm going to leave the white pages on, some of them, but not, I think for this one, I'll take it off the sides, okay? I'm going to leave it on the top and the bottom. Again, this is my personal journal. I would probably take the white edges off if I was selling it, okay? We're going to use the ephemera tomorrow. In tomorrow's journal, we're going to add pockets and things like that. But today, we are going to go ahead and get our pages ready. We're going to get the journal set up and ready to use. Okay. So these are the large tag pieces of a Dear Julie Julie kit. If you have a Dear Julie Julie kit that has the large tag pages, this is one of the ways that I use them. That's why I have them in this way, and I don't cut them down into tags for the kit. I figure that, you know, you're going to know what you want to do. I love these lines, actually. One of my favorite kits is the Pink October kit, and it was made like this. It was made, the lines, and I turned it into a kit. So, okay. I want this to be the inside cover. So, I am going to fold it down. I'm leaving that little bit there because I know that it needs how are we here? Yeah. Okay. Okay, so took this one with the birds. Okay, so this is the page that I have. So the 141 is in the center. I have folded it with a little bit of the edge there. So if you have this kit, you can literally make this along with me and just add in your extra pieces. Okay, so yours will not have the lines. That's something my printer did. But there's that first one, and it is ready. And then, and these are only printed on one side. You're going to see that I have some that are, some of my prints did get printed on both sides. It's okay because I can use the white page for writing. I can write on all that, and I will. I use, You know, people ask, well, do you use your journals? Yes, I do. The ones that I keep for myself, they usually have a specific reason that I'm keeping them. Okay, so now this can fold either that way or it can fold that way. Okay, so this could be the front one that I'm seeing, or this can be the one that I'm seeing. Okay, and I think I'm going to go with this, and the reason being is I have that one that's plain. I'm going to put this in here. That is not where it's going to go inside that one, but other things are going to go in between them. Okay, so there's that one. So this is the one that's printed on both sides. I think this is the one that I want to put in the center. And so I'm going to go ahead and fold this one over. And I'm going to have it be a little smaller. Okay. When I say a little smaller, I'm on this side of the line, okay? And some kits have an actual line here. Now, usually they don't. Usually the kits don't have the line anymore. Sometimes they do. Okay, so there's that. And this can be the inside, the center of the signature. And I'll be able to turn that whichever way I want it to go. Kind of like this. Okay, so that's going to go on the center. So that'll go in there. And then I have this one. And I think for this one, I'm going to cut this piece off. Okay. So the one where the two birds are here, and this that says EB War, and then we've got this one. I'm going to cut this one off. Okay. See if I can get it as straight on here as I can. That's going to give me that. And I'm going to go with this direction. Okay. And I think I'm going to put this in between these two. Okay. Okay, so I have the one with the two birds and that's going to be the front and the back. Okay. Then I'm going to have this one like this. Then I'm going to have the one with this bird with this pretty, and the pink bird is going to be on the inside. And then the this, okay? And I have printed the lace on the other side of this one. So the lace is it is your background piece for this kit. Okay? So we have this one folds out. This one folds out. We have this, this, fold out. Okay. Now I have these other pieces that I'm going to add in. Now, one of the things I did not cut yet, I have ledger. Okay. So I'm going to cut my ledger. This particular one, I can cut it right at the 31 and it will fit. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut it right below the 31, and I know that will fit in here. I'll put this over here with that other one, and that's going to give me that page. Then, okay. Okay, so y'all know that I like to have a ledger towards the front of the journal. Okay, so I'm going to take this piece and, oh, okay, it's fine. I'm going to put that in here. Okay, I'm going to grab, it's going to go right in here. Okay, so that's what we're going to have so far, the ledger. Now, the other thing I like is I like to have a pocket on the inside of my ledger. Okay, so I like to have a pocket to the left of my ledger. Now, the thing is I really liked the way those lines looked. I liked that too, but I really liked the way those numbers looked. So for this particular time, because I want to see those numbers, I'm going to go ahead and cut that off. Okay, I want to see those numbers. I like numbers, and I cannot lie. I love pockets, and I cannot lie. I like numbers. There, like that, okay? So that's what you're going to see when you open my journal. Boom, boom, boom. Okay? So there's that. Now I have this. I actually like that. Okay. The other thing I know that I'm going to... Let's count our pages. Sorry. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages so far. Okay. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And I'm going to do 25 pages this time. 1, 2. Okay, so we had 16. I want at least, I think I want 8 of these. So, or 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, I'm going to do 3 batches of 3 pages in here, I think. Or, you know what, let's do 3 and then 2, 2, 2. Okay, so there's a 3. There's 2. I like to have my lined papers together, 2 and 2. I've got an extra page for some reason. Okay, so 2 pages. I'm going to be cutting the top off, and let's see, this paper is 8 inches wide, which is perfect because even in the center, it'll still fit, okay? But we need it to be 8.5 tall, okay? Okay, put that over there and put that there. We can go ahead, we can cut 4 of these. And you'll see that I'm cutting the large blank piece off because I want the lines. So, and I'm using old paper that I have, or I would be using college ruled because I actually prefer college ruled. Do you prefer college ruled or wide ruled paper? I like college ruled. I write small, and I'll write bigger when I have wide ruled paper. but it also makes my hand cramp. Okay, so this one has 3 pages. I'm going to go ahead, fold it in half. Okay. And I'm going to put the 3 pages right here in front of the middle. Okay. Then I've got 2 pages. Okay, so this is 2 pages together. And I'm just going to put these pages in between my my colored pages. Okay, so there's that one. And this one's going to get this one. This one's going to get this one. And I'm putting the holes so that they'll be in the back. You know, in case I don't make it all the way, I only use half the journal, I don't have to use the pages with the holes. Okay, so there's that. And we'll have 2 more. So this is going to give me 25 pages if I use everything in my pile here. And 25 pages is going to actually give me 100 pages in the journal. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and go in front of this. I don't like that. So we'll go behind. Okay, behind. Well, we'll just take the 2 and separate them and add 1 on each one. I don't want to mess up that look that I have in the front. I like that. And I don't want to there we go. And I don't want to have it on the other side of the, yeah, I don't want, and I don't want to cut it down smaller. Okay, so there's that. So I can use this one in here. I'm fine with that going in there. Okay, it stays hidden. And I think this this planner piece, I call it a planner, it's a plotter, the graph paper. So like when I do a gardening journal, I really like to have graph paper in it. Sometimes this will be the journal like that I'll take to the doctor's office if I'm going to the doctor or something, and I can make notes in it. And the notes could be about anything. So we have 2 of the map pages. Okay, so here we've got this and then that. Let's go with okay. Yeah, there we go. I like that. We've got that look here. We have this one here. Oh, I really like this look much better. So let's do that. I don't think, yeah, we lose it if it's there. I have another map. So, sorry, I'm just putting the pages in here. I love, you know, after all the fall colors and then the reds, I really like this batch of getting to use these kind of colors now. Okay. So we could put a green one. Okay, I think what we'll do is we'll take the flip one out. We're going to put the green in. Okay, like that. So this is how I do it. I just keep looking at it. Do I like it? I love it. I don't love it. Let's see. What do we got? We got a flip there. We have a pocket. Nothing. I think I want a flip here. I think we'll go with flip. Okay, flip. So we'll have a flip. We'll have this. We'll have the green. Hide that. Nope, I don't. Here, we'll put this here. So this is my noisy paper. I like all the senses in my journals. I like the way things feel. I like the way they sound. So I want all those things happening in my journals. I think we're ready for another pocket here. Okay. And I'm almost thinking this pocket could go in the center. Of course, that's going to stick out. Okay, so this is what we talk about with the creep, but I think I'm okay with it. So I have a couple of file folders here from a couple other projects, and I'm going to use a file folder. I think it'll match. I think it'll be good. Okay, so let's see. How big are we? Okay, we need to go in this direction. Okay, so we are at 4.5. If we go to 5, no, we're 4.25. We're 4.25 here. Okay, but we do have creep. We do have creep. Creepy creep creep. But I'm liking this. Do I want to? No, we'll go with this. I was wondering if I have an envelope that we can put in, because I don't need whatchamacallit, strings. Okay, so we'll put an envelope in the center. You can put envelopes and do double tucks and all that. I'm not going to do them as part of my journal this time. Okay, but let's measure. We are at, it's at 4.5. So if we go to 4.75 on each side, I think that will cover our bulk. Okay. And I can use this for things inside the journal. Okay, now this way we want to go 9. So normally I would go 9 and 9, and this would be 8.5 by 8.5, but it's seeming a little bulky there. Okay, now for the inside, you remember those pieces that we had left? Here they are. This is what I'm going to do. I'll have a little pocket back here, and I can go ahead and stitch around this. I think I want a pocket on the inside as well. I don't think I did a pocket on the inside last year. I don't remember. I do this every year. I make a journal that I use for my looking forward, or looking backward, looking back to look forward. And then I discovered that I could use that same journal to do this other stuff. And then the looking forward, or excuse me, looking back to look forward is always right there with me as well. Okay, so there's that. I'm going to go with, okay, let's fold this over. Okay, there we go. And that'll lay down, and we'll have a pocket over here. And then this is going to be a pocket all the way across, is what I'm thinking. Okay. So let's go ahead and figure that one out to right here. And you just line it up to the straight edge. Okay. And I can cut that after. Okay, so this side I'm going to go ahead and glue down. I'm just going to use some of my glue stick. Okay. So this side will glue down. Because this side I want to be a pocket. And that's going to be my back, the back of the journal. And then this is going to be the front. And I'm going to go ahead and sew all the way around this. And I'll be right back. I'm going to go ahead and add glue to the edge of the center of this. Okay, so just right on here. Make sure I close that. Okay. Okay, I'm going to sew that. I'll be right back. Okay, so here we go. I have my base. I'm going to go ahead and cut this little piece off. And any place where it wasn't even, and any hanging strings, because otherwise, if there's hanging strings, my cat will play with them. She'll knock the journal down, you know, send it over the edge. Okay. Okay, so I really would have rather used like one of my wallpaper pieces, but this will be fine. I am going to add a piece of fabric here, so knowing that, I'm okay with the way this is looking. I will be putting that over the binding. I'll put the fabric over the binding. Okay, so now usually I just go ahead and let this string do its thing, but like I said, if it sounds like it's recent in my mind having the cat do that, it's because it's recently in my mind having the cat do that. Okay, so I have this. Now, if you have like Tyvek or the bandage like I use to put that in between these two pieces, that would have been ideal. I did not do that. Okay, so what I've got is I've got a pocket here, and I've got a pocket here, and then I've got a pocket here in the front. And I really like what we've got going on here. I think this is really cool. So I can go ahead and put that in and bind it. And but I think I do want to, I'm going to take a little bit off this center one because it's actually sticking out. It's creeping right out of the thing. Okay. Okay, there we go. And then I've got those little pieces I can use if I want to. Okay. So that is going in the center. Yeah, I like that better. And then this will go in. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and bind this, and I will be right back. The Patreons get to see binding because, you know, things happen when you bind. And so I will get my paper clips out, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we have it ready. So the next thing that I do is I go through and I break the paper, and that just makes it so that this makes this book easier to use. I'll also go ahead and glue up. I will glue all the pockets the way I want them. I will glue that envelope that's in the center and get it ready. And so that is the base of my journal. So tomorrow we'll come back. I will decorate the cover. I will add a closure. And I will also, I need some ephemera, not much, just because this is a list journal. It's got all these places that I can write on, and I'm going to love, love, love it. I am so excited about this journal. Okay, so all these pockets will get glued, the envelope will get glued shut, and then it will be ready for the next stage. Again, I keep this pretty simple. Actually, over the years, I've made it more and more simple. I didn't even add any short pages in it this time. The one thing I've noticed is I use the list pages, the full pages to write my list of the people that finished their challenge and finished it on time and things like that. So you can see that in the back, we have more of the white space. Kind of looked, well, maybe not. Okay, so there we go. And we ended up with this pocket here and this pocket here. And so my file folder is doing that. I'm okay with that. So yeah, so we have our base, and we have 101, because this will be one, two. We'll have 102 pages in here. I'm not planning on connecting any pages, so yeah, so that's what we'll have. Okay, so come back tomorrow. I am really, really excited about this. I love this digital. And just so you know, this digital is going to go really well with the surprise and the unveiling of a new thing that I have coming in January. And I believe it might solve our challenge problem. I believe it's going to solve our challenge problem. So, yeah, I believe it's going to solve our challenge problem. So, there you go. You heard it here. Yeah, so happy day after Christmas. And we will be back. We'll be doing the embellishing. We'll do the cover. We'll add the fabric to the cover and then come up with some kind of closure on it. And then the other thing, and then the next day we can go ahead and start our looking back to look forward. So, yeah, there we go. I love it, and it's ready. Find something to celebrate every day. Don't forget that the Etsy shop, the Dear Julie Julie Etsy shop, is still on sale. All the items there are 50% off that are digital, and there are some journals still available at the really good price that I didn't change yet. Yeah, so do check that out, and have an amazing day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Bye-bye.